IshowSpeed is loud, unpredictable, and often chaotic. But beneath all that energy is someone who stepped up in ways nobody expected. From saving his friend's life to helping strangers on the street, here are 12 times IshowSpeed actually saved people's lives, comforting a depressed fan life. In a rare and emotional moment caught on stream, Speed received a video of a young fan who admitted he was going through depression. It was during one of his usual call-ins, where the mood is often high energy and full of jokes. But as soon as he played the video, Speed's demeanor changed immediately.
This is the last time I speak on this Discord. Peace and have a good life.
The boy's voice was soft, clearly weighed down, and he wasn't crying for fun. He needed someone to talk to.
Bye.
Bro, why would y'all let him? Bro, no!
Speed didn't laugh it off or move on. He paid attention. You could tell by his face that he wasn't playing a character anymore. He even went ahead to condemn the guys who were laughing in his stream. There was no performance in that moment, just a streamer concerned of the safety of one of his fans.
Like, bro, this guy just committed. Y'all sitting here laughing, not taking this shit serious.
The video lasted for only a few seconds, but it was clear how serious the situation was. Depression affects more than 280 million people worldwide. And sometimes, making people care more can save people's lives. For the viewers struggling silently, Speed's words may have been exactly what they needed to hear. Moving on, Speed's trip to China showed a level of maturity that viewers have never seen on his stream when he spoke to a young Chinese girl who admitted she had been struggling with her own voice, helping a Chinese girl through depression. During a live-streamed boat ride in Hangzhou, China, Speed was joined by a local fan whose voice instantly grabbed attention. It was unusually high-pitched, almost like an anime character. At first, Speed leaned into the moment, laughing and playing along like he usually does.
Say Pikachu! Pikachu! Yo, she sound identical! Say it again.
Pikachu!
Yo! You know what Super Saiyan is?
Super Saiyan is?
Like, you can go Super Saiyan?
The chat, however, took it too far. People started flooding the comments with jokes and mocking her voice relentlessly. You could see the shift in her expression. What started as fun was clearly turning uncomfortable. That's when she opened up, explaining that people have ridiculed her voice for most of her life and how it has affected her self-esteem. She wasn't being dramatic, she was being real.
So much people like him. Just laugh at me.
Speed got it. He stopped joking immediately. He told her not to let people's opinions define her and that her voice made her unique. He encouraged her to keep being herself no matter what people said online. It wasn't loud or dramatic, but it mattered.
See, look, in this world, bro, people gonna laugh at you, talk about you. That's part of life.
That short moment reminded viewers that jokes have limits and that noticing someone's pain, especially live, takes maturity. And just when you think Speed is done surprising you, his trip to Greece proves this isn't a one-off pattern. It's who he is. Feeding a stranger Greece. While streaming in the streets of Athens, IshowSpeed was approached by a man who looked visibly tired and hungry. He didn't ask for money. He just asked for food.
Can't help me to eat something. I don't take drugs or something like that.
What?
If you can't help me to eat something.
Speed could have brushed him off or ignored him like most people would in that situation, especially with a camera rolling. But instead, he stopped and asked the man directly whether he was hungry. The man nodded. That was all Speed needed.
You hungry, bro?
Yo, I don't take drugs, bro. Really, man. No, you don't.
All right, bro.
He didn't throw cash at him for the camera, nor did he make it a performance. Speed asked him to walk with him to a nearby food spot. The man, caught off guard by the kindness, tried to stay quiet and respectful. They went inside, and Speed told him to order whatever he wanted. When the man hesitated to add a drink, Speed encouraged him. It was clear he wanted the guy to feel like a person, not a burden.
You want a drink?
No, it's okay.
Bro, like, you need some water to wash that down.
Next up, things get even more emotional when Speed saw a family that didn't ask for help, but clearly needed it. Helping out a family in India. During his trip to India, Speed was driving through a crowded market area when something pulled his attention. Two young kids were playing barefoot near a street corner, and their mother was sitting quietly nearby.
How y'all doing? Y'all all right, bro? What's your name?
Manjuna.
Manchuna? Hey, man, I want to let y'all know, bro, I love y'all, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
After a little interaction with the kids, Speed then told the kids to get their mother, who was quietly watching the kids from the background. She was just watching, keeping her kids close. She did not ask for any help, but it was obvious she needed it.
She doesn't understand English.
You don't understand English? Hey, I love you. You raised these kids, you know? So I want to give you some, all right?
He pulled some money from his pocket and walked over. She looked up, visibly confused, and when she realized what he was doing, her expression shifted. She tried to hold back tears, but couldn't. Her hands trembled as she accepted the money.
Cry, please. Don't cry. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
And her kids huddled next to her, still unaware of the weight of that moment. And while that moment was quietly powerful, the next one happened in a packed public space, showcasing one of IshowSpeed's more hidden character. Real-time first aid, a fan's panic attack at a meet and greet. In Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, during a live meet and greet, fans flocked in the thousands to see Speed. The event was loud, packed, and buzzing with excitement. But in the middle of the chaos, one young fan was clearly struggling. When she finally reached Speed, she looked overwhelmed, shaking, barely able to speak. She tried to force a smile, but Speed noticed right away something was wrong.
Came in here.
You okay? You hurt?
I'm just having a panic attack.
You okay? Oh, shit, you okay?
As she mumbled, "I'm just having a panic," Speed stopped everything. He waved off security and asked for water. He stood there with her, kept his voice calm, and made sure she could breathe.
You okay? You okay? You okay?
Then we have the next incident that happened to be on a fan call-in session. $17,000 lifeline, supporting a diabetic fan. You see, during a fan call-in session, Speed spoke with a young boy who was clearly excited to be on the stream.
Was it?
That was you.
Yo, what's up?
That was you.
Yo, I've been watching since 1 mil.
But within minutes, the fan revealed something serious. He had recently been diagnosed with diabetes. His voice didn't crack, but you could tell he was scared. He explained he might need to begin finger pricks and treatment that his family couldn't easily afford.
I'm about to get diabetes and I almost got diabetes.
Speed's mood changed instantly. He asked questions to understand, then decided right there to help financially. Without hesitation, he tried to send the boy's family $17,000 to cover medical expenses. But when the fans said they did not have a Venmo account, Speed didn't give up. He asked for the father's contact info and tried other ways to make it happen.
You got Venmo?
No, I don't got Venmo. My dad's got a Cash App.
Yeah, bro. Give me your dad cash app, bro. Give me your dad
Really?
cash app.
The fan was stunned. He didn't beg for money. He just shared his story, and Speed stepped up. Up next is another heartwarming moment in South Korea, and Speed doing what he always does best, noticing what most people miss, assisting a drunk man in South Korea. During his tour in Seoul, Speed was wrapping up a stream, walking through the quiet streets to get to his place. That's when he spotted a man slumped on the curb, barely upright. The man was clearly drunk, full of sleep, unable to speak clearly, and struggling to even sit up straight. This wasn't someone causing trouble. He looked vulnerable and alone.
Hopefully he makes it home safe.
Instead of ignoring him or filming for fun, Speed woke him up to check if he was okay. He asked where the man was headed and if he needed help.
It's okay, bro.
The guy couldn't answer anything, but it was obvious he wasn't in any condition to get home safely. Speed didn't push him or make a big scene. He slowly helped the man up and walked alongside him for a while, trying to make sure he got where he needed to go.
Where your house? House.
Still on Speed's generosity, let's head to the bustling streets of Tokyo, where Speed touched another life after doing a casual stop. Speed gifts a homeless man in Japan. While exploring Tokyo during a live stream, Speed came across a man curled up on the floor in the streets of Japan. It was getting late and the street was mostly empty except for a few passersby and the traders closing the shops.
I just peeped, bro, this whole time. I think I should give him some money, bro.
Most streamers would have just kept the camera rolling and walked past. Speed stopped. He crouched down and gently woke the man up, not to scare him, not for content, but to check on him.
Wakarimasu. Yo, bro. Konnichiwa.
The man sat up slowly, clearly amazed by this generosity. Speed reached into his pocket and handed him some more cash. He didn't say much, didn't ask questions, and just told the man to stay safe.
Have this, bro. Have both. Have both. That's 20,000 yen. Stay safe, bro. Seriously, all right?
This moment was quick, genuine and life-changing. What made this moment stand out was the respect Speed gave. No humiliation, no spotlight, just a small gesture that likely meant a lot more than we'll ever know. And from these small, thoughtful acts abroad, we now jump back into one of the wildest real-time reactions Speed has ever had. Speed defends his ex from an attacker. During an evening stream, Speed was driving through the city with his ex-girlfriend, Amy. Everything was chill, nothing seemed off. But as soon as they stepped foot off the vehicle, a guy suddenly came up behind Amy and tried to snatch her purse right in front of the camera.
All right, come on. Hey, yo, run me your shit.
Without a single second of hesitation, Speed turned and shoved the guy hard.
Watch out, bro. Who the fuck is this, bro?
Forcing him to stumble back. Amy held onto the bag. The attacker backed off and ran, probably realizing he wasn't just messing with a random couple. Speed was serious and ready to escalate if he had to. It wasn't about clout, it was instinct.
Did he steal your shit?
Amy looked shaken but safe. The clip went viral, and fans praised Speed for his quick reaction. In situations like that, every second matters. A hesitation could have led to a physical fight, stolen property, or even injury. But Speed's timing and awareness kept that from happening. And while that showed Speed's street instincts, the next chapter proves that his actions can also have a long-term impact, sometimes just by handing over a few $100s and smashing a bad habit on the spot. Encourages a stranger to quit. Speed and Kai Cenat were filming casually in public when they spotted a guy vaping nearby. What started as a joke quickly turned into something more serious. They walked up to him and started asking questions. How much he spent on the vape, and if he ever thought about quitting.
Let me see it. Can I save your life today, bro?
Please don't do that. At first, the guy didn't take it seriously, but when Speed offered him $300 cash to hand it over and quit, everything changed.
We'll cash out you right now.
I'll cash app you right now.
The man said he had spent about $200 on it. Kai and Speed upped the offer to $300. He hesitated, probably thinking it was a prank, but they insisted. The guy eventually handed it over, and Speed smashed it on the spot.
Stop vaping! Dad! Say goodbye!
And speaking of timing, Speed's quick thinking didn't just change habits. In one moment, it might have saved Aiden Ross from a full-on street conflict. Speed stops Aiden Ross from flashing a gang sign. While filming a collab stream with Aiden Ross and rapper NLE Choppa, the vibe was relaxed. Music, chatting, and light banter.
He ain't gonna go for the beat. He gonna go to the beat.
Then, in a split second, Aiden raised his hands and unknowingly began to mimic what looked like a gang sign. It wasn't intentional, but it was dangerous. Speed saw it immediately and didn't waste a second. He grabbed Aiden's hand and shut it down fast.
No.
Gang signs carry serious meaning, and flashing the wrong one in front of the wrong people can spark serious consequences, especially when you're on camera with a known rapper. Speed didn't make a scene or embarrass him. He just made sure Aiden understood the risk and avoided a situation that could have gone completely sideways.
Hold on a second.
Shit out from Watts. It ain't nothing.
But not all of Speed's life-saving moments happen in person. The next one takes us into a live stream that got unexpectedly emotional when a fan opened up about something deeply personal and terrifying. Comforting a suicidal fan. This was one of the rawest moments ever captured on an IshowSpeed stream. It started out as just another fan call-in segment, fun, casual, sometimes chaotic, but then a girl joined the call, and the tone shifted instantly. Speed was casually asking fans their deepest, darkest secrets. Then, out of nowhere, the girl said it straight. I tried to myself. You could see Speed freeze for a split second.
I tried to myself 19.
Hey!
Everything changed? He didn't ignore it, and he didn't make it awkward. He stopped what he was doing and spoke directly to her. He told her she mattered, and that no matter how bad things felt right now, it wouldn't always be like that.
Damn, why you keep pulling this shit out? Okay, I'm sorry.
His tone was soft, serious, and completely different from the energy the stream had moments before. Speed encouraged the viewer to talk to someone close or seek help, even offering to help her directly.
But rest in peace to your best friend. Hopefully you do good.
That small moment in front of thousands might have made the biggest difference in someone's life. And that's it. So, what do you think about these moments? Did any of them surprise you? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.